I believe that the coronavirus will not disappear as long as we are still alive and well. It has come to kill and nothing will get in its way. But I could be wrong. So it's pandemic season part 2, and for most of us, we're stuck to rot at home. No longer being able to separate our working space from our home space is really, really stressful physically, spiritually, and mentally. So, the least we can do in order to not contribute to the skyrocketing suicide rates is to keep our house clean and tidy. The University of California had gathered 30 couples for a study on stress hormones, and for those who described their house to be messy and chaotic, they showed an increased level of cortisol, a stress hormone produced in response to stress. So, to help with getting random objects off the floor and your cortisol levels down, I introduce to you our hook, because we all need to hook on a reason to live at this point. And you may be thinking, a hook? There are probably more hooks than people at this point. Why are you promoting to us a hook? Why do you even need more hooks? Well, to answer your question is because the ones you have right now are trash. And hooks are a great space saver and a great organization solution. So you might as well invest in good ones and high quality ones if you don't want to spend your days picking up hooks that fall off. Because low quality ones fall off easily. Although it may be true that there are more than enough hooks already, but our hook is special and like none other. Our hook is meant to outshine all other hooks, and here's how. Watch as I compare our hook to 3 different hooks that are also available in the market. Here we have an ordinary sticky backing hook, and then we have an S hook, and lastly, a suction cup hook. 3 drastically different hooks but of the same mission, and that is to hook. So the first hook we have is the sticky backing hook. It's sturdy, functional, and you can basically stick it onto any smooth and dry surface. But here's the drawback though. Sticky backing will almost always come with sticky residue. And sticky residue is a big no-no, especially when your dad is a materialistic and the slightest amount of sticky residue on the wall will have you being sent to hell. And with that said, sticky residue is literally you purposely, consensually ruining your own life. Next up, we have the S hook. It's sleek, simple, and elegant. It does its job well, and sticky residue will never be a problem with this one. But being skinny isn't always a good thing. Sure, you can hook it onto things like poles and other things that fit the hook. But what about putting the hook on things that matter, such as doors and cupboards? With a body of a snake, sis isn't going to get any action on these kind of furnitures. And same goes for the suction cup hook. Not only does it have the most limited sticking abilities, since it can only be stuck onto things that actually allow the suction cup to function, but the power of the suction cup will wear off as time goes by, and before you know it, catching falling hooks will be more of a lifestyle than a hobby. But our hook will have you throwing away all of your other hooks. Our hook will have you forgetting all the fears and worry you had over sticky residue. Our hook will have you living a not so stressful pandemic life. And if that's not the experience you get with our hook, I swear on God's name, I will cut my fingers one by one with a dull knife, because you either go big or you go home. And I want to go big. Our team has given extra attention and care during the design process of our hook. With our hook's latest functional design, it can hook onto even the thickest home doors and say goodbye to unorganized wardrobes, because our hook will have your wardrobe decluttered without you having to throw away anything. And the only thing our hook will be sliding into is your DMs, because our hook is made only out of the most finest and sturdy and sustainable plastic. Go green or go rot in hell, am I right, fellas? It isn't without a doubt that an excellent quality hook will cost a ridiculous amount of money, but imagine living in a house with bare naked floors and everything not only being properly kept away but also accessible. Our hook will give you the experience of a lifetime. Our hook is the equivalent of a free trip to your dream vacation. Our hook cares. So what are you waiting for? Reduce those cortisol levels with 4 easy installments on our business partner, Klarna. You will never ever regret spending a humiliating amount of money on our hook. Our hook will always have your back. Our hook is the boyfriend or girlfriend that you've always wanted but will never have because you have ridiculously unrealistic standards when it comes to a relationship. Our hook helps you to make your dreams into a reality. Buy our hook.